Okay, hello everyone, good evening. Okay, so my name is Chandrasekhar. Okay, so today we are going to discuss a very important and interesting topic, that is what are the various career options after completion of our CSIR net exam. So friends, before that, so please try to take the iconic subscription where you will get adequate features like live classes, test series, unlimited practice, structure courses, study boosters. Most important one is dedicated doubt learning, personal coach. So you will be having a lot and lot of offers. Please kindly utilize this particular iconic subscription. So in order to get the 10% discount, so please kindly use my code achieve10. Okay, so friends, let's come to the today's very important topic. Friends, if you find any kind of a doubts, please kindly raise your doubts. I will explain you briefly and elaboratively. So what are the career options after the CSIR net exam? What are, you can say, what are the career options after MSc? So friends, try to understand. In this particular lecture, even I am going to explaining you the top 10 positions, as well as what are the kinds of jobs that we can get in the industries. Along with that, my friends, I am also going to explain you the salary packages in the top companies. Also, even I'm going to explain you the salary packages, even what we can call in the state wise also. Okay, so friends, without wasting, let's come to the point. What are the various career options after the CSIR net exam? So I have summarized 10 major career options. So let's discuss one by one briefly. The first one, PhD in India. Okay, this is one of the most common thing. See, because friends, from last 4 to 5 years, most of the students are not showing a great interest in joining many of the companies. Why? Because see, let's speak generally. After completion of the MSc, after completion of the MSc, even though you are from a very good reputed university or institute, you just try to understand what will be the normal salary package for a starting guy who completed MSc. We know very well, my friends, starting it will be 30,000 to 40,000 per month. I am saying which will be the maximum actually in the initial condition. But if you join the PhD in India, now we know very well, now all the PhD stipends also re-revised. So now in the first 2 years of JRF, you will be getting nearly 39,500 to 40,200, including HRA in the JRF only. Whereas once you go to the SRF, the next 2 years, I mean say next 3 years, so friends, you will be going to get nearly 50,000. That's why most of the students are going to prefer writing the net exam and joining the PhD in India, right? And friends, you know very well, see, there is a no necessity that you have to join the PhD in India only by the CSIR net exam. No, nothing like that. So you can join with the many entrants. If you look into the all ISERs, Indian Institute of Science and Educational Research, they are having their own notification. Based on their own notification also, they are going to recruit, and you can go for NITs are also going to recruit based on their own notification along with the CSIR net, then followed by the triple ITs as well as the IITs, and my friends, many more national institutes. Okay, so what I can say, doing PhD in India is one of the good option, but I am not criticizing at all. But doing PhD in abroad also is one of the another good decision taken by you. Because one very important point, what is the differences between the PhD in India, that we will discuss in the another class. Especially if you look into the PhD in abroad, friends, the procedure to enter into the procedure to join the PhD is entirely different, and most importantly, the stipend will be more. And after completion of your PhD, you will get a n number of chances to continue your postdoc very easily, or if you want to settle in that particular research institute where you completed PhD, you will be having plenty of opportunities actually friends. Most of the European countries as well as the UK and some universities in the US, they will also consider the people who qualified the CSIR net. I am not saying that the CSIR net is an eligibility criteria. So CSIR net qualifying basically helping us to create a good impact on us. right? Because since it's a nationally recognized exam, so once we qualify the exam, the people can consider us the student is really having a student is really worthy, or student is having a great talent. And friends, if you want to join the PhD in abroad, the procedures will be entirely different. Why the procedures will be entirely different? I'll summarize in 2 minutes what are the various kinds of procedures here. The first thing, friends, you can directly join based on the university notification. Like in India, how IISCs, IITs, NITs are going to release the notification year wise, same way in the abroad also they will release the notifications throughout the year. Throughout the year notifications will be released, and because there will be a summer semester and winter semester, so that's why notifications will be opened throughout the year. This is one way. So waiting for the university notification and applying for that, then followed by meeting the eligibility criteria. After meeting the eligibility criteria, we are going to once we qualify in the interview, of course we will get the admission. There is another way, friends. The people, especially the MSc students who are in the reputed institutes like IISCs, IITs, NITs, ISERs, and other central university students, what they use it to do, suppose example you are in the MSc third year last semester, so you will be having 6 months of time. Listen to me carefully, friends. You will be having 6 months of time to prepare your to complete your MSc. So before 6 months only you can try to start your application process. 90% of the students from these particular national recognized universities, they can directly get the admission in the PhD upon writing an email directly to the professor. Suppose example, let me tell you, suppose example, if you want to do your PhD from the molecular biology or a molecular medicine in one particular university in the Italy, say an example, so you go to the university website, then you can find a list of professors in which field you are interested. Suppose you found there are 10 professors are doing a research in the molecular medicine. Now you can choose the professor of your interest, whose your area of interest and their research where both are similar. Then you can write one simple email. Friends, I'm requesting all of you, you no need to write a big email, the paragraphs and paragraphs, they never ever consider at all. Write a very simple email saying that I am so and so, completed masters, I having this much of CGPA and from this particular university, and I am having a keen interest in the molecular medicine, and I found that if I join under your valuable guidance, I can continue my research and I can enhance my skills. So a very few lines where you are trying to explain yourself briefly, and most importantly you are trying to explain how interested you are in terms of the research. That is what exactly you have to explain in that particular email. Unnecessarily don't write paragraphs and paragraphs, they never consider at all. So once if they really like you, like your proposal, then they will ask you to send the statement of purpose or the SOP. They will ask you to send that. So based on that, once you get the approval from them, then they will suggest you either go through the university website, or sometimes professors only will give you the admission form that can be you can be used as a major visa document. Like that also you can easily enter into the abroad doing PhD. And friends, most of the countries, see in India, most of the institutes, national institute or central universities, PhD will be 5 years, we know very well. And my friends, even sometimes it will take to 5.5 or even 6 years also. But in abroad, maximum it will be 4 years. So if it gets delayed, it will maximum will go to the 4.5 years. Okay, so the two important options are doing PhD in India, then friends doing PhD in the abroad also. Then the next important one, teaching or professorship. So I hope every one of you aware also recently what the UGC did. UGC created a portal. What is that particular portal? The people who completed, who qualified CSIR net exam and UGC net exam, they are eligible to upload their qualifying details along with their percentage in their masters. Everything they use it to they can upload in the portal given by that particular UGC. So what the UGC will do, every year UGC as well as the institutes will release the teaching positions in various state, central as well as national institutes. If you are meeting the eligibility criteria, your application will be directly forwarded to that particular institute, then you will be called for that particular interview. So this is one option. And on our own also, wherever the vacancies are there, suppose you are staying in one particular state and you want to do your PhD or you want to join as a UGC teacher under your respective state university only, once the notifications are released, you can apply for that and you can join as a UGC teacher. Okay, so you will be called as a UGC professor. Okay, but reaching the professor level, it will take a great time. So first you will be joined as a normal lecturer. You can join as a normal lecturer. So later you will be called as assistant professor. Later you will be called as associate professor. Finally you will be called as professor. So it will take a greater time. So starting, even you can depends on your experience and depends on your qualification, you can join as an assistant professor and later you can continue it. This is also one of the very good option. So most of the women's they will try to use this particular teaching or professorship and they use it to join in their respective state universities or are the central university. This is one of the good option. Then the next, fourth and another important one, private corporate firms. So friends, you know, right, let me tell you one very important line. So till listen to me carefully, till the planet earth exists, the human beings or the human life will be continued. Till the human life is flourished or till the human life is continued, the diseases are most common. So most of the students will think that the biotech and pharma industries do not have a greater opportunities. Those are all completely myth. Those are all completely false information you are getting. So till the human life evolve, till the human life exists, the diseases are most common. So see, you take an example of COVID only. So because of the pandemic, many of the people got suffered a lot and many of the people got protected because of the vaccine. So how these particular vaccines are prepared? Of course by the biotechnological industries as well as the pharmaceutical industries only. So that's why in the upcoming slides I will give you the salary packages also. Please kindly do not think that we do not have any opportunities. We will be having a plenty of opportunities, but the opportunities can be, we can utilize the opportunities based on our talent. So based on our talent and based on our skill, we can reach to the simple positions to the very higher position based on our hard work also. Many private corporations like GSK, Dr. Reddy's, Syngene Labs, Reliance, L'Oreal, Cipla, many more. And you might know very well, especially in the year 2020, many more biotech startup companies were started in India, where they are recruiting many number of BSc as well as the M.Sc graduates. So you can do PhD in India, first option. You can do PhD in abroad, you can go for the teaching, you can go for the private corporate firms, and friends, even you can join, instead of doing the PhD, you can do only junior research fellowship. What friends? You can do only junior research fellowship. Right, means see, I already told you my friends, in India PhD is how many years? 5 years. The first 2 years will be called as JRF, next 3 years will be called it as what my friends? SRF. Correct now? Now what's the point? You have to understand, some people what they will do, they will do only 2 years of JRF and they will continue, they will, based on that particular JRF experience, some people will directly go to the abroad. Even some people will do the JRF in very prestigious institutes like DRDO as well as CSIR, CFTRI, ISER, IICB, NIBR, NIMHANS. They will be continuously releasing the notifications throughout the year. Various nationally recognized institutes and several government organizations also continuously releasing several kinds of positions in this particular field. So whenever the notifications are released, once you qualify the exam, you can easily approach them. Then followed by public sector. So friends, you know, if you want, nowadays, especially from the 2020, the people who wants to work in the public sectors also, many public sectors, especially HPCL, Indian Oil, BHEL, ONGC, many kind of thermal corporation, Coal India Limited, gas authorities, they will also prefer the candidates. They will also prefer the candidates who qualified the GATE or who qualified the CSIR net or who qualified the UGC net exam. Since the UGC net only we will be applicable in terms of environmental sciences, mostly the science graduate students can opt for the GATE as well as the CSIR. Right, and the people who qualified these exams will be taken most commonly into these prestigious organizations. Right, friends, not only this, you can go for the scientific laboratories also, because scientific laboratory they can call you as a technician. Otherwise they can call you as a specialist. Otherwise they can take you as one of the major team member in their scientific team. So like you can do various roles, depends on your experience or depends on your expertise. You can do you will be recruited in a different fields like sampling, testing, measuring and analysis. Okay, in microbiological lab, even in the pharmaceutical labs, even in the virological labs, in n number of labs, you can be recruited as a technician as well as what we can call particular techniques expertise, right? Because even based on the CSR net qualification, friends, you can be taken as a support staff also. One who assists the research analyst, means you will be work under the research analyst. Upon your experience, you can be promoted as a research analyst. Do not forget that. So what are the opportunities right now? I told you. So you can go for PhD in India, PhD in abroad, teaching professorship, private corporate firms, junior research fellow, public sectors, as well as scientific laboratory techniques. Friends, even you can go for the entrepreneurship also. Even you can go for the entrepreneurship also. So right, friends, from products like enzymes, even PCR instruments, everyone basically require what? Analysis. They require basically a scientific data. They require blood samples for the education process. I mean to say, for education, one can very well come up with innovative ideas to progress as a novel entrepreneur. Now friends, you know very well, in the 2020 and 2021 year, the government of India, especially DST, Department of Science and Technology, has given lot of funds to the people who are coming up with the highly innovative ideas to start the new projects in the field of biotechnology as well as the field of pharmaceutical technologies also. Many, if you take one of the prestigious institute who is giving a greatest funds, even in the next session, in one of the video I will do what are the recent biotech startups are started in the year 2021, 2022, 2021, and how much amount of the funding they are getting. Every detail I will give you in one of the class. So right, BIROC, it is one of the prestigious national organization. Right, it was who set this? Basically it was organized, I mean to say it was affiliated, or it is under the control of Department Biotechnology, Government of India. Why? What is the ultimate goal of this particular BIROC? This BIROC is one of the kind of institute. They are going to encourage, they are going to support many kind of startups in India. So this BIROC, friends, they are giving a grant named as a BIG grant, which is nearly 50 lakh rupees to the people who started an innovative startup in the biotechnological field or pharmaceutical field. What is this BIG means? Biotechnology Ignition Grant, which will provide them up to 50 lakh rupees. So friends, these are all the major opportunities after your CSIR net exam or after your M.Sc exam. Doing PhD in India, PhD in abroad, teaching or professorship, private corporate firms, joining as a junior research fellow, or you can work under public sector unit, even you can work in the scientific laboratory technicians as well as the entrepreneurs. My friends, for your generalized information, I have summarized leading companies which are biotechnological also, as well as, my friends, which are pharmaceutical companies also, or are some are multi-dimensional, like both the biotechnology as well as the pharmaceutical companies, and I have kept their salaries. You know, my friends, these are all a kind of start. See, this will be the starting salary package, and this will be the maximum salary packages. So for all this, you have to get I mean to say, you have to complete MSc qualification. Most of the time, friends, most of the time, the companies will see three major conditions. They can take you based on the experience also, but if you are a fresher, compulsory they will look into whether the person was I mean, it's a qualified any nationally recognized exam like a GATE or a CSIR, because they require that. Because if they want to believe that the candidate is really worthy, if they want to know that the candidate is having really knowledge or not, they obviously go for the they will basically check whether the person was qualified the nationally recognized exams or not. So friends, so we people will think that if one of my senior will give me the reference, I can easily go and enter. That's true, I will agree for that. But even though if you get the reference, but they will check your individual skill. So for that also, it's must and should and necessary to qualify this particular any nationally recognized exam. So friends, if you look into some of the prestigious national companies, Bharat Biotech, Biocon, Serum Institute, I hope you are completely aware about these three things, which are nearly supplied metric tons of vaccine during this particular pandemic region, even including the Biocon also. And these four companies, especially, friends, they will do their recruitment throughout the year. And if you look into some of the international companies like Pfizer, Merck, and Thermo Fisher Scientific, even Jubilant, these are also, friends, throughout the year they will take this particular, I mean to say that throughout the year they will release the vacancy post. You can go through the reference also, you can directly go through the walk-in also, but direct walk-in is really difficult. If you have any kind of a reference, that's an easy way to enter over there, right? But even though we are having a reference, friends, we have to prove ourselves compulsory in the interviews, right? And friends, even I have given here the biotech salaries by cities also, major cities: New Delhi, Bangalore, Hyderabad. So what I have mentioned here is what we can call starting as well as the maximum salaries. And even I have mentioned the salary ranges by states also, in some of the reputed states like Karnataka, Delhi, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, right? And I forgot another thing here. Maharashtra. Yes, that's all. So these will be minimum ranges as well as the maximum ranges, and this is most important. I want you people to know about this. So the salary ranges by industry. So friends, it depends on what kind of field you are choosing. I mean to say, in what kind of field you are really expert, that is research and development or pharmaceutical. Suppose example, if you are coming from a pharmaceutical background, or you have completed a bachelor's in pharmacy or master's in pharmacy, you can go for the pharmaceutical also, you can go for the vaccines also. But if you are coming from a biotechnological field, you can go for the research also, pharmaceutical also, vaccine also, even in the cardiology also. It is also, I am telling, in terms of purely in terms of research. Not only this, even you can look into the academics also. Friends, it was I mean to say, it is funny to know that when compared to the research, even academics also will give you highest packages. See, once you finish your PhD and once you finish your postdoc, even you can join as a professors, I mean to say assistant professors as well as the associate professors in many national institutes like ISERs, NITs, triple ITs. Even in the academics also, you are having huge packages. And once you complete your PhD and postdoc, even in the central universities and private universities also, they will offer you a very huge packages, right? So friends, this is the information about salary ranges by industry, cities, leading companies, and major career options after the CSIR net exam as well as after MSc. Okay, I hope the discussion is useful, friends. In the next class I will come up with another very important thing, that is I will come up with what is the major procedure to apply for the PhD from India, okay, and what kind of institutes will you have to choose while applying for the PhD, what are the eligible requirements, whether you have to qualify the TOEFL or not, whether you have to qualify the IELTS or not, without entrance exams also is there any way to directly go and do the PhD. I'll come up with very interesting facts. Okay. Okay, friends, that's all for now. I hope the discussion is useful to all of you, right? Thank you all. Thank you very much.